What is going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Skip from 4-1 here, and today we have a video that is full of regret. Yes, today we were talking about a couple sneakers that at first I didn't really like. I just thought they were just, they weren't sneakers that I would wear or want. But in the last couple of months and weeks, I doubled back on. And now I kind of regret not getting them when I originally did, either because resale has gone up or whatever. But these are 5 sneakers that I regret not getting and might have to bite the bullet and pay resale if I want them in the future. Let's get into it. Now, the first sneaker on this list, I don't actually regret not buying it for retail, because actually the resale, it's actually lower than retail, so it worked out in my favor. But it is a sneaker that I didn't like when it originally came out, and this is the Jordan 3 SE Fire Red from All-Star Weekend 2020. Now, this is the all red version of the Jordan 3 that has the elephant print on it. It's kind of like a reverse Fire Red, to be honest. At first, I didn't like the sneaker because you guys, as I've said in previous videos, I've said my piece on how I feel about all red sneakers, and it feels like I keep amending that, to be honest, but whatever. But coming back and looking at that sneaker 3-4 months later, I start to realize that this sneaker is actually really similar to a sneaker that I've talked about a lot as my favorite sneaker, and that is the Jordan 4 Toro Bravo. They're basically the same sneaker, but it's just on a Jordan 3, and it looks good. I don't know what was going through my head when it originally came out and why I didn't like the sneaker. Maybe it was the initial, oh, red sneaker. But I love the Toro Bravo. It's probably my favorite sneaker. And these are basically the same thing, just on the Jordan 3. So I will definitely be grabbing this one. Like I said, is going for under retail right now. It's going for, I think, the lowest ask in a size 12 on StockX, which I will not be purchasing from because those fees are ridiculous. But on StockX, lowest ask right now is about $188. They retailed for $200. Now, the next sneaker on this list is a sneaker that I had an opportunity to get. I was looking on the sneakers app and I was going back and forth with myself about whether I should get them or not. And that sneaker is the Jordan 1 Pine Green 2.0. Now, this sneaker came out February 29th of 2020 for a retail price of $170. And I was at work. Of course, it was a Saturday morning. And I looked on the sneakers app and I was like, do I want these sneakers? And I passed. And it was later in the day that they still had pairs. They were sitting. And I didn't get them. And then a couple days later, I see my coworker come in with them on, and they looked amazing. And I was like, why did I sit on those? Why did I not pull the trigger? Why did I not pull the trigger and grab those when I had the chance? But now I'd have to pay resale. Even though resale is not crazy on these, I think when I looked on StockX, it was only like $210, $220. But I would have rather paid the $170 then and had them than have to pay an extra $30, $40 plus fees on StockX or GOAT. But that should teach us a lesson that when you kind of want a sneaker and you have the money for it, just get it. If you change your mind when it gets here, you can always return it. Nike does have a return policy. And if you do, I would just return it. Don't try to sell it because you'll probably lose money unless the resale goes up crazy. But if you don't like it when they get here, just return them. Now, the next sneaker on this list, I actually do regret because the resale on this thing is crazy. It is over $1,000 reselling right now. And I remember telling the coworker, I was like, nah, I'm not going for those. I don't really like them.
What an idiot.
This is really before I started to before I was I wanted to keep all my sneakers, but then recently I've been wanting to resell more pairs. I've sold a couple pairs in the last couple weeks, or a couple months. But this is a pair that came out in February, and it is the Nike SB Dunk Strangeloves. Now, this sneaker released back in February for a retail price of $100, which most dunks go for. And to be honest, to be completely honest, would I have gotten these sneakers off of Sneakers App or whatever? Probably not. But just the fact that I didn't go for them. So if you don't go for them, you don't have that opportunity to get them. But if I had got them, man, first of all, it's a really nice sneaker. I don't know what I was thinking back then, but the materials that they used are a lot different than the materials that they would usually use on a Nike SB. The colorway is really nice. The bottom midsole, where you got the different colors that look like the different parts of the heart. Really good collaboration that, you know, for whatever reason, I just passed on. And that is a regret that I will have to live with. But to be honest, I probably wouldn't have got them off of Sneakers anyway. Now, the next sneaker on this list is our first Yeezy on the list, and it is actually the Yeezy 380 Alien. Now, when photos of the sneaker first surfaced, I was not a fan at all. I thought they were really chunky, bulky, and ugly. But then again, I saw them in person, and they look so much better in person than they look in the pictures. And I'm like, dang, I could have went and got those. Because again, I gotta get into the habit of when I have the money for something and I'm kind of iffy about it, and they have a return policy, just buy it. And if you don't like it, just return it, because it could really save yourself from having a lot of regrets with these sneakers. It's something that you really don't want to have. It's not that resale is really crazy on these. It's just I really like these sneakers a lot. You know me, I really like Yeezys. Got my Yeezys right there, got my Cinders over there. I just sold my Desert Sages over there, but I really like Yeezys. I really would like to have a pair of 380s. Maybe I'll grab the 380 Mist. Those are going for under retail right now. It's another really nice pair that people just didn't like for whatever reason. It's a really nice sneaker. But I'll definitely be going for the like sky blue ones. I think they're called Cloud, or I forget what they're calling them. But those are coming out, rumored to be coming out in the next couple of months. I'm definitely gonna go for those, just so I don't have any regrets in a couple months that I didn't go for them. The last sneaker on this list is actually a victim of just a bad colorway that kind of threw me off, and that is the Nike Sekai LD Waffle. Now, the first Sekai LD Waffle that I seen was like this ugly red, blue, and something color, and there was another one, the colorway was horrible. That's when I was like, that is just an ugly sneaker, ew. But then they came out with the black and gray pair that came out in September of 2019, and I fell in love with this sneaker. I love this sneaker. I like the older models a lot more than the nylon ones, just because they have that see-through mesh that you can see through the sneaker. But this is such a nice sneaker. If anybody would like to lend me $700 so that I could get these, they would be greatly appreciated. Cash App, Skip from 41. But this is a sneaker that was overlooked by me just because they had put out a bad colorway, in my opinion, first. And then when the second one came out, I missed it. And then I saw it because, you know, I wasn't really paying attention to them because I didn't like the sneaker. So I saw the black and gray pair, and now I really regret not getting it. I did go for the nylon pairs, took an L on both. But like I said, they're $700. They actually did go up in the last couple of months. Last time I had checked, they were close. They were like $5 something. So the price has gone up. I think I'm not going to be getting those unless I win the lottery. But guys, I hope you learned a valuable lesson from this video. If you have the money for a pair of sneakers and you're kind of iffy on them, and the place that you're getting them from has a return policy like Nike and Adidas, just buy them. And when they come to you and you don't really like them, return them. Just return them. That way you won't have these regrets in the future. Of course, with the more limited sneakers like the Strangeloves and some Jordan 1s and all that stuff, you don't really have a chance, you know, even to get them in the first place. So, but make sure you just enter the draws. Make sure you get in line on Nike sneakers or the Adidas app or Yeezy Supply or wherever you get your sneakers from. Just make sure you just go for them, because if you don't go for them, you can't get them. And you don't really want to be paying resale, you know, Strangeloves $1,200 or Sekai's at $700, Travis Scott's or whatever. Just make sure you go for them. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.